He who is not prepared for adversity has already submitted to defeat. Marcus Aurelius. From birth, the world whispers a lie into your ear: be soft, be kind, be agreeable, and the world will love you. But this lie has built empires of slaves. Men and women who bow to pressure, betray their integrity, and suffocate in mediocrity while trying to please everyone. This teaching is not a celebration of violence or chaos. When we speak of becoming a monster, we speak not of cruelty, but of raw, unshakable inner power. A monster in the Stoic sense is not reckless. A Stoic monster is a master of self, a guardian of values, and a warrior who stands upright in a collapsing world. Weakness is not the absence of strength, it is the refusal to train your spirit. It is living in fear, hiding from difficulty, apologizing for your existence. This teaching is an awakening, one that demands that you shed your emotional fragility and arm yourself with mental ferocity. So let us begin the transformation, from weakness to disciplined power, from hesitation to relentless resolve, from fear to stoic monstrosity. 1. Understanding weakness, a poison of the mind. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Marcus Aurelius. Weakness is a thought. A whisper in the mind saying, "I cannot endure," it starts subtly. A skipped responsibility here. A moment of silence when you should speak. A delay when courage is required. These small fractures multiply until the spirit collapses. Weakness is not an emotion, it is a pattern. A pattern of avoiding pain, abandoning duty, and choosing comfort over character. The Stoics called this apatheia, not in the modern sense of apathy, but a divine calm born of emotional control. To overcome weakness, you must first recognize it. Ask, do I shrink when insulted? Do I compromise when my values are tested? Do I seek comfort instead of confrontation? Each yes is a thread in the web of weakness. And unless torn, it will hold you captive. The first lesson of Stoicism is simple but brutal: you are the cause of your suffering. And if you built the prison, you can also tear it down. 2. Embrace voluntary hardship. The monster trains in silence. Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, "Is this the condition that I feared?" Seneca. A monster is built in the shadows, far from applause. The Stoics believed in voluntary discomfort, not as a punishment, but as a test. If you train your body and mind in hardship, life can no longer hurt you. Here are some ancient practices of Stoic monsters: cold exposure, to toughen the flesh and awaken alertness; fasting, to teach the body that it survives not on food, but discipline; silence, to train the tongue to obey the mind; minimalism, to find joy not in things, but in being. You don't wait for hardship. You seek it. You build your fortress before the storm. When the winds of life arrive, and they will, you do not bend. You welcome them as an old friend. Voluntary hardship rewires the nervous system. What once triggered fear now feels like a challenge. A Stoic monster does not pray for ease. He sharpens his claws and dares the world to test him. 3. Control emotions before they control you. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus. The weak lash out in anger. The monster stands still. He doesn't react, he calculates. Stoicism teaches the highest form of power, emotional sovereignty. Imagine walking through betrayal, loss, humiliation, and maintaining inner harmony. Not because you're numb, but because your center is unshakable. The process is simple but lifelong. When anger rises, pause. Breathe. Do not speak. When fear whispers, observe it. Don't run. When insulted, respond only if necessary. Your value is not up for debate. The Stoic monster feels everything, but remains unmoved. He has mastered the discipline of assent, choosing what he allows into his soul. Weakness is surrendering your mind to emotions. Power is becoming a silent observer, allowing emotions to pass like weather without becoming the storm. 4. Speak little, act much. The language of the monster. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. Epictetus, the weak man talks. The Stoic monster moves. Modern weakness is often dressed in verbosity. Men who speak endlessly of goals, plans, emotions, but accomplish nothing. A Stoic knows that true power needs no audience. His words are few, precise, and rooted in action. Train yourself to speak less. Let your deeds shout, refuse gossip. It poisons the soul. Choose silence in confrontation. Watch how power shifts toward you. To be feared, respected, or admired, you must first become mysterious. And mystery is born in intentional silence. In every room, the one who speaks the least and controls the most emotion, controls the atmosphere. That is the mark of the Stoic monster: still, silent, steel-hearted. 5. Protect your values with ruthless discipline. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Epictetus, the weak sell their principles for approval. The monster guards his integrity like a treasure. Your values are your sword and shield. Compassion, justice, discipline, self-respect, these are not negotiable. In a world where everything is for sale, the monster is priceless. He cannot be bought or seduced. Ask, what do I believe? What lines will I never cross? Where do I stand when everyone turns? If you cannot answer these with clarity, you are already falling. A Stoic monster walks with moral precision. He forgives, but never forgets disrespect. He shows compassion, but only to the worthy. He protects his mind as if it were a temple, because it is. 6. Turn pain into fuel. The monster forgives nothing but learns everything. Difficulties show men what they are. Epictetus, pain is the furnace where monsters are forged. The weak man blames life, others, the past. The Stoic monster asks, what is this pain trying to teach me? Abandoning resentment is not softness, it is evolution. You do not forget betrayal, you study it. You do not bury failure, you dissect it. Every scar becomes a scripture. Learn to see betrayal as a test of loyalty to yourself, loss as a reminder of the impermanence of all things, rejection as redirection, humiliation as the grave of the ego. You rise not despite the pain, but because of it. And each time you rise, you grow more dangerous, not to others, but to your old self. The monster doesn't avoid pain. He eats it, digests it, and grows teeth. 7. Die before you die, the ultimate Stoic weapon. Let each thing you would do, say, or intend, be like that of a dying person. Marcus Aurelius, to become unstoppable, you must kill the illusion of safety. Stoics meditated daily on death. Not to inspire dread, but to liberate. Once you accept your end, no threat can move you. The monster has already buried his fear. Ask yourself daily, if today were your last, would you act differently? Would you still remain silent? Would you still procrastinate? would you still tolerate disrespect? Death is not the end. It is your master teacher. It teaches urgency, courage, and detachment. When the fear of death dissolves, so does every other fear. And a man with no fear becomes legendary. The Stoic monster is not evil, he is necessary. A monster is not the opposite of good. He is good that has gone through fire and chosen power over pity. The Stoic monster is forged through solitude, silence, pain, and ruthless discipline. He is feared because he does not react. He is respected because he acts without explanation. He is powerful because he does not apologize for his strength. This world rewards the bold, not the polite. So stop shrinking. Stop waiting. Stop explaining, become the storm. Become the blade. Become the monster who bows to no one but virtue, and remember, you become what you practice. So start today, you have one task. One destiny. One purpose, stop being weak. Become a monster. A Stoic one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video brought value to your day. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future content. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. And if you think someone else might find this helpful, please feel free to share it. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.